Are you feeling burned out? So am I. It's mid-August, it's mid-90s outside, and even though my garden does fit my life, I'm still tired. But I'm not burned out to the point of wanting to quit the way I was in my old garden. I'm out here first thing in the morning, out in the fresh air and in the sunshine, and that's the best feeling in the world. My garden's feeling tired too. It's in transition, but that's the beautiful thing about gardening. You get to feel that change and then lean into it instead of getting stressed out about the one thing that's supposed to calm you. And this is the week to be getting fall lettuce started because of something that took me a while to understand. Once your daylight drops to around 10 hours a day, lettuce basically stops growing. So whatever size you want your lettuce to be this winter, it needs to get there before the days get short. This is the one thing that trips people up, and it definitely tripped me up at first. So stick with me to the end because I'll walk you through exactly how I work around it based on what I've learned growing salad through the winter in years past. So this morning, I'm planting something simple that we eat almost every single day. I'm going to show you where I'm planting my lettuce, how I'm planting it, and how I'm going to attempt to make it last through the winter. I'm in Zone 8A, upstate South Carolina. If you're somewhere really cold, you're probably not carrying lettuce all winter in an unheated greenhouse, but you can absolutely extend your season by at least a few weeks, and that is a total win in my book, and I'll show you which lettuce to plant for that. All of our fall and winter lettuce is going in 3 spots, 2 of my raised beds and my GreenStalk on the patio. One bed is right outside my back door, the vertical planter, the GreenStalk, is outside my patio door, and the other bed is right next to my driveway. Between those 3, I can grow enough lettuce to carry us through most of the winter, and I can step right outside and cut what I want when I want it. Right now I've got things like weeds that I'll clear out before I plant my lettuce, but I'm not in a huge hurry because even weeds are better than having bare soil. But anyway, lettuce wants sun, especially heading into fall when the days are shorter and the sun sits lower in the sky, so give it your brightest spot. And keep it near a door because a plant you have to walk to the back of the yard to visit when it's really cold outside is pretty much a plant you're going to forget about on purpose. Mine is going to be where I'll practically trip over it when I have to do other things outside, and that's on purpose. A patio, a deck, or like a sunny spot along the side of your house would be absolutely perfect. I created a winter lettuce guide that you can grab for free at the link on the screen and then in the description below if you'd like to pause the video and get it. If you're a visual person, it's going to help because it lists all the varieties I'm planting for fall and winter, how I'm spacing it, a spot where you can figure out how much to plant and plot it out for your space, a calculator to work out your own timing, and my cold weather notes that you can keep on hand as the seasons progress. Right now I don't have any lettuce growing in my garden, which has felt uncomfortable given the whole parasite thing that has been going on. I was out of town with my daughters and my GreenStalk lettuce had finished up a week after we got back, and I hadn't succession planted like I meant to, so I've got a gap, and I've got that gap during this whole thing going on, which is not great timing. But I did find a local source I trust, and I'm paying like $5 for a little head of lettuce that I've grown what feels like a million times, which does sting, but that's the hill I stand on. I will pay for food I trust, especially if I can support local growers. And I want to be clear, I'm not fear-mongering here about the whole parasite thing, and I'm not led by fear about any of this. I'm just going to go and I'm going to plant my own lettuce. And that's how I deal with things like that. I'm an anxious person by nature, and I've got so much on my plate right now, but for the past 2 decades, my garden has been my source of calm. It settles my nervous system every time I'm out here, no matter what's going on in the crazy world. So there are 2 different kinds of lettuce, and they grow pretty differently, so let me start there. Leaf lettuce is the kind where you cut what you need an inch or 2 above the soil, and it grows back a few times before the plant is done. You can harvest it within about 30 days, so it could be a good thing to be planting outside right now because you can get the baby greens going before they start going bitter in the heat. I'm going to be planting mine between the things that are finishing up out here because they're going to have a little bit of shade, which is important in the heat since lettuce likes cooler conditions. Lettuce wants the soil to be below 80 to 85 degrees in order to germinate, so that shade is really going to help those seeds sprout. And the soil holds moisture better in the shade too, which they're also going to need to sprout. Head lettuce takes a lot longer, 60 days or more. So that one I'm starting inside, and these cute little GreenStalk trays that they sent me with my Happy Frog soil that I've been seed starting with for years. I just keep the soil moist so that they sprout, and that's what the humidity domes are for, which is really good in an air-conditioned house like mine right now because it gets pretty dry in there with the AC running all the time. So they get to sprout in a comfortable spot instead of out here in this heat. Those seed starting pots also have air pruning slots on the sides so the roots don't get bound up. I will link them in the description below so that you can take a look at them. GreenStalk sent me this seed starting kit to try, and so far so good. So then I get to watch the little lettuce plants grow for 4 to 6 weeks inside, which I just love. It's one of those things that makes me slow down for a few minutes after a busy day and just look at little seedlings. My kids love it too. One more thing on what I'm planting. Right now outside, I'm using heat tolerant slow bolt varieties because it's still hot. For the winter beds, I'm gonna go with more cold tolerant ones. And again, I put all the specific varieties in the guide so that you're always gonna have that list. The transplants are gonna go outside when the heat starts to subside a bit around mid-September for me. And this is where the daylight timing I mentioned at the beginning of the video really matters. Here's the piece I wish I had figured out sooner. Those days to maturity numbers on the seed packet assume spring when the days are getting longer and warmer. In fall, you've got the opposite, so everything grows slower than the packet says. So I add about 2 weeks to whatever the number is. So for me, that would be 60 days for head lettuce, for example, plus 2 weeks counted from mid-September. That puts a mature head right at the very end of November, and my daylight drops to 10 hours around the 1st of December. So I make it, but honestly not by much. If my transplants would slip past about the 20th of September, that head lettuce is gonna stall out smaller than I want it. So the takeaway is that it's not just temperature that affects how quickly plants grow, it's daylight as well. And your date depends on your latitude, so look up when you hit 10 hours of daylight where you live, and that's your deadline. And honestly, that one number tells you a lot about your fall garden. If you'd like extra help assessing your specific space and figuring out what you'll have the time and bandwidth to grow this fall, I do offer one-on-one video calls where we'll sit down and come up with your plan to make sure you're putting fresh garden food on your plate this fall. That link is here on the screen and in the description below. So I've kept leaf lettuce alive here in upstate South Carolina all winter, and we do get down into the teens and even single digits, so it's not that we don't get cold, just not as cold for as long as I experienced for most of my life living up in Michigan. The key when it gets below freezing is dual protection. A frost blanket right over the lettuce, and then a greenhouse cover over the top of the bed itself is the key. And my experience, depending on the type, lettuce starts dying around 25 degrees, so once you're heading below that, the frost blanket plus the cover is what buys you the difference. And the other thing working in our favor here where we live is that our winters are mild, so when we do get down that far, it's not for weeks or months at a time like it is up north. It's a night or two, or maybe even a week or two, and then it passes. And that's a completely different situation than a northern climate, and I don't want to pretend otherwise. Now here's the thing you might not think about with greenhouse covers, and that is venting them. Even on a 40-degree day, it can get well over 100 degrees under there in full sun, and that is pretty much going to cook your lettuce. So what you do is you just open it up during the day when the sun is on it, and then you close it back up before the sun goes down so that you trap all that warmth inside for the night. And that's really what carries the plants through when the temperature drops overnight. This year, I'm not building anything. I had DIY hinged hoop houses over my wooden raised beds in my old garden, but the fact that I'm not building anything this year, I actually love. My 2 raised beds have Vago garden covers made to fit right over them, and I'm planning on buying a cover for my GreenStalk, so I'll have lettuce going in all 3 spots. Now, if you're up north, this is where the further north you are, the earlier you're gonna hit that 10-hour daylight mark. It's not the same date for everybody. Down here, I don't get there until around the 1st of December, but if you're up in Michigan or say New England, you're hitting it at the first week of November. That's 3 weeks less time than I have. So 60 days for a head of lettuce, 28 to 30 days for leaf lettuce. So get it in the ground now, get it up to size, and then throw a cover over it. And you'll be cutting salad well past the point where you thought your season was over. And that's how you get those extra weeks. And like I said earlier, a few extra weeks of lettuce you grow yourself is so worth it. If you want something even cold hardier than lettuce, spinach and kale are another option to consider. I want to tell you why 3 little spots in my garden is the whole plan, because I didn't always garden this way. I used to have a huge garden, and I gardened like I was trying to keep up with big homesteaders I saw online. I planted everything, I preserved everything, and I was chasing 100% self-sufficiency, and I got so burned out that I almost walked away from the one thing that had been keeping me sane for 20 years. It wasn't the gardening that totally broke me, it was the size of it. So I downsized, and now my garden is designed so that when I feel myself sliding, I can back off, and it survives that. Nothing collapses like it used to. And that's the whole reason I'm out here tired and still planting instead of tired and quitting. I grow a lot less than I used to, and I actually eat a lot more out of my own backyard now because I can finally keep up with it. I'm not 100% self-sufficient, and I'm not trying to be anymore. So I said at the start of the video that being out here settles my nervous system, and I want to come back to that because it's the real reason that I'm planting anything at all in one of my busiest months of the year for my kids and I. My garden has carried me through some genuinely hard seasons of my life. And being outside, hands in the soil, feeling the sun, cutting something to bring in the house, that's the part I didn't expect when I started 20 years ago, and it's why I'm still doing this 2 decades later, long after the food stopped being the only point. And then on top of that, you get to walk out your back door in the fall and cut a bowl of salad while it's cold outside. You don't have to stand in a store deciding whether you trust something, and you get to eat something that you watched grow yourself. So you don't need a huge garden this fall. Just think about one thing you eat almost every day, growing it close enough to your door so that it's the easiest option when you want something fresh to eat like salads. I've grown leaf lettuce through the winter plenty of times, but head lettuce through the winter is new for me this year. I'd love for you to stick around with me through the winter so that I can show you the progress. And if you haven't seen it yet, this is what my entire garden looks like right now in August, and all this heat, winding down and getting ready for the transition into fall. That video is right here.